No. This message is impossible to you. And the quandary that you're experiencing is quite literally because this message is impossible. Huh? It is beyond your perceptual self. How the hell else would the miracle work if you, a perceptual self, is the denier of the miracle? And every time you identify it in your own limitation, you keep the total atonement from happening, even though it's happening all the time in your own mind. Now, you say to me, well, I believe you, advanced teacher, whatever you think an advanced teacher is. And now you say to me, well, solve my problem for me. Okay? Help me solve my problem. Okay, that's what you're saying to me when you come here.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Okay. Now, I'll solve your problem for you totally if you'll let me. Okay? Okay? Your problem is not real. You have no problem. Until you question that, you can't teach this at all. Okay? Everybody got that? You are asking for a solution to the problem within the range of your historic associated mind.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody?
Yes. Yes.
Isn't that so?
Yes.
Yet you are much more than that.
Right.
Not only are you more than that, but you know it.
Mm-hmm.
But you're afraid to accept the moreness of you because you'll lose the identity that you're maintaining in order to keep asking the same question over and over again. Because it's impossible that if you would ask the right question, that you would not have the solution immediately.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yes.
Am I perfect as God created me? Yes. Yep. But gee, if that's so, then all of this stuff wouldn't be so. That's right. None of this stuff would be so. Isn't that so?
Yes. Yes.
If you are perfect as God created you, then none of this is real. This is all this says is that. And it'll say it page after page after page after page.
Yes.
The world you construct is a meaningless piece of crap. It has absolutely no reality at all. That's what this says.
Yes.
And it's obviously what you deny. But remember that your denial of that is a denial of your own reality.
Yes.
Amazing. Whole minds, and those of you who are coming to whole minded, have no problem really with what I'm saying to you. Perceptual mind will study it simply because it's reflecting off its own thoughts. I'll give you a simple sentence. There's a God in that there is a whole creator.
Yes.
That could not be so. Not only that, but it's reasonable.
Yes.
It could not be reasonable. Wholeness must finally be reasonable, even if you've got to look at it perceptually. Mm-hmm. Because otherwise, why would you look at it? What is it you're looking for? Okay, whole mind, right? One single mind. Everything. Okay, you got that? Okay. Is there a problem contained in that? Yes. The problem can still be contained in that, all right, that mind is singular. Here's the biggest jump you'd ever make. Mind is singular. There is only one mind. Okay? Is that so?
Yes.
Can you get a
Yes.
feel for this?
Yes.
All right. Okay. Now, if there is only one mind, okay, that must include you. Or not. Or not. Now, are you going to separate yourself from that or include yourself?
Include.
Are you? No. Come on. This is a hell of a tough step, isn't it? Huh?
Uh-huh.
Come on. Let's look at it together for a minute. I got you to admit there's only one single whole mind. I didn't ask you what that mind was. All I said to you is that it's whole, and it's finally all there is, obviously, because it's one mind, isn't it?
Yes.
What do you call it? God? What does that mean? Except wholeness, okay? One whole universal mind total, including everything that ever could be forever, okay?
Yes.
Does that include you? Yeah, but it's still one mind.
Yes.
But it includes you.
Yes.
Now let's work on your problem. Now we can work on your problem, can't we?
Right.
Well, let's try it. What's your problem?
Yeah.
This is called A Course in Miracles. You know what's the nice thing about this? To watch split, chaotic, non-existent minds begin to become whole in their own associations with themselves. That's an extraordinary thing. That suddenly singularity seems reasonable to them. That they could actually simply be a whole mind because there isn't anything else. Not because it's in association with something else. Key to salvation. All right. They fight the conflict where it has to be fought.
Yes.
This is the whole teaching. Huh? The conflict cannot be outside of them because it includes everything. And they are included in with that no matter what they do. When Jesus does it, page after page, he'll do things in a reasonable fashion. Is God at war with himself? This is what he'll say. He'll say, did God really kick his son out and then they're attacking each other and now they cancel each other's out and kill each other? Does that really make sense to you? No, it doesn't make any sense. I'll give you the sentences that don't make sense. If there's conflict in your own mind, which side is right? I mean, but you don't think it's in your own mind, but if the conflict is real, which side is right? Well, when you look at it, it's kind of startling, isn't it? You will be right in your own mind if you're in conflict. But how could the conflict really settle anything? Huh? It must result in death.
Yes.
Because it's a temporal association of your own thought forms in time. Huh? All I'm really trying to get you to do, if you can hear this, is to die each moment. All I'm really telling you is that the conflict is not real. And by the retaining of the conflict, you hold yourself in that death association, don't you?
Yes.
Huh? Well, I got a question for you. If you're happy, why do you seek any solution at all? Isn't that right, Rose? Isn't that funny? Your happiness is based on seeking it and not finding it. It has to be. How terrible. Well, what's the solution to this problem? The solution has to be there's no problem.
Right. Exactly.
Your minds are hearing this. This is
Yes,
exactly
thank
the
you.
same as Socrates. It's identical to all fundamental singularity philosophies. You see?
Yes.
Huh? It belabors the fundamental question, if God is all good and perfect, how could there be evil?
Yes.
Oh, that's all we're really saying.
Yes.
And your determination that there's an association is what this world is and what you are. Okay? And you've been very successful at it. Okay? By whatever circuitous routes, you will arrive at a conclusion of an association of cancer, sickness, pain, and death, and love, and wholeness, and God. That's what this place is.
Yes.
Now, when I read you the Rock of Foundation, it may begin to make a little more sense to you. It has to be crazy. Okay? It has to be not real. Okay? Where are you in between the pain and sickness and God, the wholeness of your own mind, which you must know about. I'm not interested in all with associations of perceptual mind that maintain their opposing forces. You understand me? I'm really not interested in somebody who stands up and says that the devil is real and we have to fight him. That's outside of me, or outside of God. That mind is sunk so deeply into its own perception that it is literally denying a whole God.
Yes.
What it is saying is that God cannot be pure because he allows the devil to
Yes.
be. If you can't get past that, you obviously have got somewhere you've gotten past that, right?
Yes.
God is not God is not opposed and does not oppose.
Yes.
He's just God.
Absolutely.
But would that be any good, Helen? You'd have to say then that God or wholeness doesn't know about this. Right? It couldn't, could it? How could it? It's only creating perfectly, right?
Yes.
Well, who is it that knows about this? Who do you ask when you seek relief from this thing? The only thing in the universe that doesn't know. The thing that has the need to ask.
Right.
That's a sentence out of the Course. Do you hear it? Huh? Do you hear that? Just tough teaching. It's not really hard. It's the only teaching that there is. Okay. If you can ask the question, you must know the answer. God is real. Okay. So that if you don't get the answer, it's got to be that you don't want the answer.
Yeah.
And that you're asking the thing that won't give you the answer.
Yeah.
Because if you asked any whole thing, it would give you the answer it would have to, because that's what it is.
Yes.
I'm a little tired of perceptual minds reducing the Course in Miracles to perceptual association. Finally, you've gotten that far. It doesn't make any sense.